morning students. We are going to discuss about today how we are going to calculate the reaction diagrams. The reaction diagram which is normally used for the fault analysis. The fault analysis in the power systems, we have two type of fault analysis: symmetrical fault analysis, unsymmetrical fault analysis. In this both the cases, we have to use the reactance diagrams values for the calculation of the fault currents. So today we are going to see how the reactance diagrams can be drawn for a power systems. So today we are going to take the system which is being shown in the graph. We have a generator and we have a transformer and we have another one transformer and we have a motor. So it is a simple representation of the power systems where we have the four components: generator in the generating stations, and transformer 1, which is nothing but a stepping up transformer, because we normally step up the voltage from the generating station. Then we have the transmission line. After that we have the transformer 2, which is a stepping down transformer, which is connected to the motor. Right. So this is simple power systems which have the four components: generator, transformer 1 stepping up, transmission line, then transformer 2 stepping down, and motor. And the values are given as it below. Let us to note down the values. Generator 20 megawatt ampere, 20 kilovolt, and reactance of the 20%. And the motor, which is having the rating of 35 megawatt ampere, 13.2 kilovolt, and reactance of 25%. Then the transformer 1 having the values of 25 megawatt ampere and 18 bar 230 kilovolt, then reactance of 10%. Then we have the transformer 2, which is having the 45 megawatt ampere and 230 volt bar, 23.8 kilovolt, and reactance of 15%. Right. The data are given as it is, and the transmission line which have the reactance of 30 ohms. The data is given for this particular system. The data is given for this particular system. The generator which have the 20 megawatt ampere of the apparent power, then it have the 20 kilovolt of the voltage, then it has the reactance of 20%. Right. Then the motor which is loaded with your generator is having 35 megawatt ampere and 13.2 kilovolt, then reactance of 25%. Then we have the transformer 1, which have the rating of 25 megawatt ampere and 18 kilovolt on the primary side and 230 kilovolt on the secondary side, then reactance of the 10%. Then we have the transformer 2, which have the value of 45 megawatt ampere and the 230 voltage on the primary side and 13.8 kilovolt on the secondary side, with the reactance of 15%. Now the transmission line is given 30 ohms, because transmission line which have the reactance of 30 ohms. Right. Now we have to solve this numerical. So when we have the data is given like this, in this case we know that we have to use the per unit value systems, because in the power systems we are using the per unit values for the calculation of the all the data. Reason for that, because in the power system we have the different values with the different ratings. For example, generator apparent power in megawatt ampere, voltage in kilovolt, reactance in percentage. Right. Like that we have different parameters with the different values. So normally we use the per unit systems values for the calculation of the reactance. So let us to go for that one. So we have the formula for the calculation of the reactance, which is given by the equation for the calculation of the reactance. So the values already given, they will be considered as old values. So we have to take the new values. So the formula used here is reactance new equal to reactance in per unit old value multiplied by kilovolt base old value by kilovolt base new value the whole square multiplied by megavolt ampere new by megavolt ampere old. So this is the formula. To determine the new reactance value, because old values already given. So from the old values we have to take the new values, which is given by the reactance x new equal to x per unit old values, this also in per unit, multiplied by kilovolt base old value divided by kilovolt base new value the whole square multiplied by megavolt ampere new value by megavolt ampere old value, right? So this is a generalized formula which is used for the calculation of the new reactance value. So now we have the 5 components, right? Generator, transformer 1, transmission line, transformer 2 and motor. So we have to calculate the values for each and every components. New values we have to calculate. So first of all, as per this numerical is concerned, we need to note down the values, old values, then new values. So first we calculate for the generator. So reactance value for the generator, x new for the generator. So x new for the generator, the formula we are going to use is this only, right? So here the reactance value old is given. Reactance value per unit old is given in the numerical. How much it is? It is given 20%. So we also know to convert the percentage to per unit we have to divide by 100. So that means here we have the 0.2 per unit value. So 0.2 per unit is old value. Then we need to have the kilovolt base old value. Old value is given 20 kilovolt. So then kilovolt base old equal to 20 kilovolt, right? Then what are the data given? Kilovolt base new. Kilovolt base new is not given here, that we have to calculate. So then other data what is given? Megavolt ampere new value also not given, right? And which is given megavolt ampere old value. Megavolt ampere old value is nothing but the 20 megavolt ampere. So megavolt ampere old equal to 20 megavolt ampere. So now to determine the reactance value of this, we have old value of reactance, we have the kilovolt base old value we have because it is given, and megavolt ampere old value is given. So what about the remaining value? Remaining value kilovolt base new and megavolt base new. So megavolt ampere base new, how we have to calculate? This value need to be calculated. The general question is in the given system, which is the highest value? That value normally will be taken as a megavolt ampere base new value. So in this system it's given that draw the diagram for the power systems. Use a base of 50 megavolt ampere to 30 kilovolt in the 30 ohm line. It means they have given the instruction that we have to take the base value of 50 megavolt ampere. So this is the new value for the megavolt ampere. So we have to take megavolt ampere new as a 50 megavolt ampere, right? This is the information is given. Then also given, take 230 kilovolt in 30 ohm lines. 30 ohm line means your transmission line. The transmission line we are having the 230 voltage. So you can see that here the transformer 2 which is connected on the secondary side of the transmission line. Secondary side of the transmission line, right? But now we are going to calculate the reactance for the generator. The generator is actually connected on the primary side. We have to think here, right? Because that generator is not directly connected to the transmission line, but it is connected to the primary of the transformer 1, right? But they have given, you have to take the base value of the 230 kilovolt in the transmission line, which means that our new kilovolt base for the secondary side is 230 kilovolt, but your generator is connected on the primary side. So primary side, how we have to calculate? We have the formula for that, means the new kilovolt base for the transformer 1, which is need to be calculated as it. Let us to note on the values here. So this values let us to erase. Then we determine the kilovolt base new for the generator. So how we have to calculate this one? This one need to be calculated by considering the transformer primary side, right? So primary side, because the generator is connected on the primary side. So now the base value is given on the secondary side. The formula is that the base value given on the high voltage side, you need the low voltage side. So kilovolt base new low voltage side equal to kilovolt base on the high voltage side divided by kilovolt base on the low voltage side into kilovolt base on the low voltage side. So you will get the values for that one, which is the kilovolt base on the high voltage side, and because when we are determining low voltage side, the high voltage side ratio between the high voltage to low voltage in the low voltage. So by which you will get the high voltage side, you are having the value of 230 kilovolt. So 230 yes, 230. Low voltage side you have the value of we have the value of 20, and low voltage side again we have the 20. So you will have the 230 voltage. So this will be taken for the secondary side. Values, right? So let us to take in this values. Then we need to, so after noting these values, we have to substitute the values on this actual formula. We have to substitute actual formula for this generator. So we already calculated, right? Previous we have already calculated. So here just we are going to substitute the values for generator. That we have the old value, reactance value, old value, how much it's given? It's given 20%. Therefore you have 0.2 into kilovolt base old value on the secondary side. It is given 230 and new values 230 the whole square and multiply by the megavolt ampere. New value is given how much? 50 megavolt ampere, so 50, and volt value is given how much? It is given 20, right? So this is 20. So by doing this calculations, you will get the values of J 0.2 0.2 into this will get cancelled, and 50 divided by 20. So this you will be given the values of approximately 0.617 per unit, and with which we have to note down J 0.617 per unit. The values will be noted with the letter J, because J is considered as a imaginary quotient, because the reactance values will have the imaginary quotients, because we know that our actual value of what is Z equal to R plus J X. X is nothing but your reactance, right? X is nothing but your reactance. So here in the reactant diagrams only we are considering the reactance only, right? We are not considering about the resistance. So ultimately at last we have to use the value of, with the find out value we have to use the operator J. The operator J has to be calculated, right? Now the first component generator values we have been calculated. The generator values have been calculated. The next step what we have to do, we have to calculate for the transformer 1. We have to calculate for the transformer 1. To transformer 1 again the same formula will be used, right? The same formula will be used, and the reactance values of the transformer 1 we have to note down here, right? We have to note down here. So let us to consider that one. We have the values of this one for the, so now we are going to calculate the reactance value for T1, the transformer 1, right? Transformer 1. So transformer 1 the formulas remaining same, so we can easily substitute the values here, because we have the reactance per unit old value. Old value is already given in the numerical, right? The transformer 1 we have been given 18 on the primary side and 230 on the secondary side. So we are having the base value on the secondary side, which is connected to the transmission line, that can be easily used. So you can have the reactance value, old value is given, how much it is for the transformer 1, it is given 10%, it means 0.1. Multiply by the kilovolt base old value. Kilovolt base old value, how much it's given? It is given on which side you are taking. You are taking secondary side or primary side. That already we know, right? The advantage of the per unit value. Advantage of per unit value is one of the advantage that whether you are taking the reactance value with reference to the primary side or secondary side, or low voltage side, high voltage side, you will get the same values. That is the one of the advantage of the per unit system. So here you can use the base value on the primary side, or you can use the secondary side. So we are using the secondary side because it is connected to the transmission line for which the base value is given. So upper you have 230 voltage, right? 230 voltage, 230 old value, and new value also be calculated 230. So that also can be used. So whole square multiply by the megavolt ampere base new value. So one thing we have to always keep in your mind, the base value for the voltage will change from the section to section. Section to section means this is a generator section, this is stepping up section, stepping down section, transmission section. So generation, transmission, distribution. So we have the different sections. So for each section, the base kilovolt voltage has to be calculated for every time. But the megavolt ampere, it means your apparent power. It has been your apparent power. Megavolt ampere value need not to be calculated for all the sections. It is need to be only one time calculated, and that value has to be used in every places, right? So as for this information, for the transformer 1, the megavolt ampere new value is the same as previously we are being used. 50 megavolt ampere used for the generator, the same value here also will be used. So the old value, new value is 50, and old value is how much given? Old value is given 35. So the values of this one is reactance value. Transformer 1 25 is given. Yes, transformer 1 25 is given. So this will be giving the value of 0.2 per unit. 0.2 per unit, and with which we have to add the J, right? J has to be added because it is showing the imaginary part. Right? Yes. So we have calculated for the generator, we have calculated for the transformer 1. Next, what we have to calculate? The reactance for the transmission line, right? The reactance for the transmission line. So reactance for the transmission line, how we have to calculate? The reactance of the transmission line, to calculate the purpose, we have to know that the transmission line is connected on the secondary side of the transformer 1, right? Similarly, the transmission line also connected to the primary of the transformer 2, right? So here the base value already given, new base value is given, right? New base value is given. At the same time, if you noted one thing here, for the transmission line, they have only given the value of 30 ohm. Only given the value of 30 ohm reactance is given, no other information is given. So when we do not given about the percentage value of reactance or per unit values, in such a cases we may use the another formula. We may use the another formula for the reactance calculation, that is the per unit value calculations is nothing but the actual value by the base value, right? Actual value by the base value formula will be used for this case, because for in this case the other data like reactance value in per unit are not given, right? Not given. So that is why for the transmission line, this formula means X in new per unit equal to X per unit volt into kilovolt base volt by kilovolt base new whole square into megavolt base new by megavolt base volt. This formula cannot be used. This formula cannot be used for the transmission line because the data are not given in the per unit or percentage, because they have simply given the actual impedance value. This reactance value is given simply J 30 ohm. So given in the ohm. So in such a cases we need to use the another formula. That formula is being used another formula which is nothing but the per unit value. It is calculated for transmission line. Transmission line reactance, right? New value we are calculating. So per unit reactance of J30 ohm transmission line is equal to actual value by base value actual value by base value, right? Actual value by base value. So actual value is already given. Actual value is given 30 ohm, right? Actual value is given 30 ohm. Then what about the base value? The base value is not given. Actual value of the reactance, and the base value of reactance for the transmission line. So actual value is given because 30 ohm they have said, but is the for this base value is not given. So for this the base value we have to calculate, for which another formula is used, the base impedance or reactance. Base equal to kilovolt base new the square divided by megavolt ampere base new, right? So here this formula has to be used for the base value calculation purpose, because actual value is given but base value is not given. So base value calculations we need to use the ratio between kilovolt base new the whole square by megavolt ampere base new value. So kilovolt base new is nothing but your transmission line, transformer 1 secondary or transformer 2 primary. Both can be taken because it is connected between the transformer 1 secondary side and transformer 2 primary side. So both the side you have the 230 voltage. So 230 voltage, 230 whole square divided by your base value of the new value. Megavolt ampere base new value is always 50 ohm, because one time is taken, that has to be taken permanent. So this is 50. So actual value in ohm we get it is 1058 ohm. Right? 1058 ohm. Now we have the actual value of the reactance which is given as a 30 ohm and the base value of the reactant which is calculated here. So by this ratio, substitute the values here, we can get the per unit value for the transmission line. So let us to substitute here 1058. So 1058. Here it is 30, 1058. So you will have the value of 0.028 per unit, with which we have to add the J for the reactance. So this is a new value for the transmission line. The new value is J 0.028 per unit. J 0.028 per unit. Right? So now we have calculated for the transmission line also. Next, what we have to do? We have to calculate for the transformer 2. Next step is we have to calculate for the transformer 2. So transformer 2, if you see that data, what are the data are given for the transformer 2? We have been given the reactance values in percentage. So there is no problem. In previous case formula we have to use. The previous case formula we have to use, not this formula, right? So this formula only will be used if the reactance values are given in ohms, right? So there are two formulas we are using. The formula will be used if the values are given in ohms, the actual value by base value, right? For the new reactance calculations. Suppose if you have the data given in percentage or per unit, then we have to use the previous formula where the reactance new equal to that formula, right? So for these cases, for the T2 cases, we have to go for the previous formula, which once again we can write here. Once again we may write here for that one, the reactance of transformer 2. So again same formula will be used, which is nothing but your reactance per unit mu equal to reactance per unit volt multiplied by kilovolt base volt divided by kilovolt base nu is whole square multiplied by megavolt ampere base nu divided by megavolt ampere base volt. So this formula we have to use. So in this formula, so let us to see what are the data are available for the transformer 2. So data for the transformer 2 is given, right? So they have given the 45 megavolt ampere. So old value will become 45 megavolt ampere for the this case, right? And the new value already we know that is nothing but the 50 megavolt, right? So this data is available. Then you come to the kilovolt base volt. Kilovolt base volt, how much they given? They given 230 voltage, right? 230 voltage. And new value also you can take with respect to your transformer 1 primary side or secondary side. That also 230 voltage. So both are same. Kilovolt base volt or kilovolt base new, both are same. That is 230 kilovolt, right? So that also known about. And the volt value is given how much for the transformer 2? It is given 15%. So it is 0.15. So let us to substitute the values here. The very old value is nothing but 0.15 into kilovolt base volt 230, new also 230, the whole square it will get cancelled, and the new value is 50. This old value is for the transformer to 45, right? So this value will be given as how much it is coming. Yes, for the transformer 2. For the transformer 2 it is coming around, yes, 0.166 per unit, with which we have to add the J. So J 0.166 per unit. So this is the value we have calculated for the transformer 2, right? So now we have calculated value for the generator and for the transformer 1, the transmission line, then transformer 2, right? Now we have to only calculate the values for the motor. For the motor we have to calculate, right? So for the motor also information is given. What are the information is given? Let us to see. The information is given for the motor. It is having the 35 megavolt ampere, right? So volt value this is, and the kilovolt to volt is given 13.2 kilovolt, right? But the reactance is given 25%. So we have to use this formula, right? This formula will be used for the motor also. So motor, we will be having the value of reactance volt value. It is nothing but 0.25, and kilovolt base volt value, it will be 13.2 because given, and kilovolt base nu here we have to calculate. Kilovolt base nu here we have to calculate because the motor is connected on the secondary side of the transformer 2, but we have the base values up to the primary side, so here the section is changing. So when the section is changing, in that cases we have to determine the new kilovolt base value we have to calculate, right? So this values we have to calculate, and the megavolt ampere base nu, it is already known because it is permanently we are using for all the sections 50 megavolt ampere, right? And volt value is already given. So in this case, for the motor 2, right? For the motor 2, this the formula is same, right? Formula is same, but only thing is we need to know this value is known, right? Volt value is given because it is given as a 0.25, right? So kilovolt base volt value is given. 13.2, but new value is not knowable because this section is changed. The section is changed from here to here, right? So up to this sections we have the base value. So it is another section. So another sections we need to determine the new base value, right? And another value, megavolt ampere base new, it is 50 knowable, and this is volt value here given, it is 35. Yes, 35. So now the pending is that kilovolt base new values. Kilovolt base new value we have to calculate. Kilovolt base new value we have to calculate. So how to calculate that one? Let us to see that. Motor is connected on the secondary side of the transformer 2, right? Motor is connected on the secondary side of the transformer 2. So your secondary side is nothing but the low voltage side, right? This is high voltage side, this is your high voltage side, this is your low voltage side, because here 230 voltage and 22 kilo voltage, here 13.2 kilovolt, right? So the section changing, for which we have the formula. Let us to calculate that formula for the value. That formula is for the motor, right? For the motor. So the values of base value, right? Base value on, we need on the low voltage side, right? Base value on low voltage side, right? So high voltage side, base value high voltage side multiplied by low voltage side rating by high voltage side, low voltage side, high voltage side rating, right? So base value of the high voltage side how much? 230, and low voltage side 13.2, high voltage side 230. So you will have the 13.2 kilovolt as a base value. So for this motor, the new value is 13.2, right? 13. Yes, 13.2 data is given, right? How much value is given? Yes, motor 13.2 is given, right? So 13.2 is given. Low voltage side and the high voltage side, base high voltage side 230, and the low high voltage rating is 230. So it will get cancelled, 13.2 kilovolt. Right. Now we have determined all the values. So let us do substitute the values in the volt formula. Right. In the volt formula, which is nothing but the reactance per unit nu equal to reactance per unit volt multiplied by kilovolt base volt divided by kilovolt base nu whole square into megavolt ampere base nu divided by megavolt ampere base volt, right? So all the values we have calculated. The reactance per unit value, volt value is for the motors given 0.25 and this is kilovolt base volt value is to how much is given? Yes, kilovolt base volt value. Just to see. Volt value is given 13.2. Yes. 13.2 and nu value is 13.2, right? The whole square into megavolt ampere nu 50 divided by megavolt ampere volt. Volt is so much given for the motor. Yes, for the motor is given at say 30. So this will be giving the value of this we can cancel and this we have to only calculate this value is how much is coming approximately. Yes, it's coming approximately J 0.316 per unit. So it is approximately J 0.316 per unit values. So this is the entire values. This is the entire value we have calculated for the all the data, right? All the components. So now we have to draw the reactance diagram. We have to draw the reactance diagram by keeping this all the values. By keeping this all the values, that will be called as a reactance diagram for the given power system, right? Given power systems. So by which the numerical is coming to end. By which the numerical is coming to end. So what we have been learned here is that how to develop or how to determine the new reactance value. New reactance value for a given power system. For a given power system, right? The power system means what? The power systems which is consist of the power generation, transmission and distribution. Power generation, transmission, distribution. So for a given any power systems, the new reactance value can be calculated because it is very important for calculate the reactance value because it has been used in the fault analysis. So we will be using these values, right? We will be using these values in the fault calculations in our second unit, right? Almost I hope that in the second unit we have the fault analysis. So in the fault analysis you have to use these values for the fault determinations. So we have symmetrical fault, unsymmetrical fault. So in this all kind of fault analysis we have to use these values, right? So in power system analysis main focus is for the fault analysis and the load flow analysis, right? In the load flow analysis we use the impedance values, right? In case of the load flow analysis we are using the impedance values, but in this case we only consider the reactance values because the resistance of the systems can be considered as negligible, right? This is we have seen in the approximation. In the approximation of the reactance diagrams we have seen, right? The resistance of the system is neglected. That's why it is called as a reactance diagram. But in the load flow analysis we use the impedance values, right? We will not be neglecting the resistance values. We will not neglect the resistance values, right? So thus, so in this lectures we have seen a power system which consists of a generator and a transformer, sending a transformer, that is T1, and a transmission line, then a transformer 2 which is nothing but your receiving end side, and a motor, right? So with which these 5 components we have solved these diagrams for the calculation of the how to determine the new reactance value, right? So here we have seen there are two ways, right? Because the reactance value can be given in ohms or also can be given in the percentage or per unit values. So if it is given in percentage or per unit value, in that case we have to use this formula, right? X per unit nu equal to X per unit volt into kilovolt base volt divided by kilovolt base nu the whole square multiplied by megavolt ampere base nu by megavolt ampere base volt. Right, this formula will be used if the values are given in per unit or percentage, and if it is values are given in ohms, in that case we have to use the reactance new value equal to actual value by base value. That's all. Actual value by base value. That's all. Right. And another one more thing we have to remember here, for the entire sections, the megavolt ampere base value will be fixed. Right. We will not be calculating the megavolt ampere base every times. Only one times will be calculated as per the given information in the numerical, or if there is no information given. For example, in this case they have given use a base of 50 megavolt ampere. Suppose this word is not given, then here we have to select the highest value in the system. Highest value in the system means we can say generator 20 megavolt ampere, a motor 35 megavolt ampere, and a transformer 1 25 megavolt ampere, and transformer 2 45 megavolt ampere. So in this case, suppose if they have not given the use of 50 megavolt ampere, then that we might have selected the new megavolt ampere as a motor rating. That is 35 megavolt ampere will be taken, but here we have not taken 35 megavolt ampere as a new value because they already given, right, use a base of 50 megavolt ampere, right. So base value of megavolt ampere new will be used for the entire sections, only one value, but the kilovolt base new values will be calculated for every section separately, right, because each and every sections we have the different voltages. So this is what today's lecture we come to the complete. In the next lecture we may take another one best example with some more systems, and we may solve them with the procedure is similar, but many components will be there, then it will be a somewhat complicated one. Yes, thank you.